Hello, my name is Jeff Huggins. I'm the CEO and founder of Synergy Financial Partners. Have you ever thought there's got to be a better way to make a great income, have a better quality of life, not live in a state of worry, and feel that what you're doing is truly making a difference? Over the next few minutes, you're going to learn about a company and an industry that are providing that better way of life for thousands of people across our country every year. People from all walks of life, teachers, nurses, policemen, firemen, white-collar professionals, blue-collar professionals, are realizing that they don't have to trade their dreams for a paycheck. Our overview that we're going to share with you today is titled Leading the Next Business Revolution. And Synergy Financial Partners is at the forefront of that business revolution. The mission of our company is to change the way Americans plan for their financial future. The reality of it is most people don't have a plan. It's something that we didn't learn formally in school. Our vision is to build the world's best consumer financial education and empowerment company. Notice we didn't say the biggest. If we focus on being the best first, the rest will take care of itself. There's 5 keys for a family to have their financial house in order. And I'm going to touch on each of these, but we're really going to focus in on 3 specifically. That first key is helping a family build a good, solid financial foundation. Just like the most important part of a home or any type of structure is the foundation. And that foundation and having your financial house in order, step 1, ensure proper protection in the event of death or a critical or chronic illness. And although we all wish we could say maybe that we could retire tomorrow, the reality is that we can't retire tomorrow. But we could have a critical or chronic illness, a heart attack, a stroke, or cancer tomorrow possibly. And step 2 is an emergency fund where you have 3 to 6 months of income set aside. Step 3 is to save for retirement using safe money strategies to maximize retirement, minimize risk with the most tax advantages possible. Step 4, eliminate debt by paying off credit cards and eliminate installment debt. And step 5 is to increase cash flow by starting a part-time business to build an additional income stream for your family. Also, there's significant tax advantages to owning your own part-time business as well. So you're going to see a theme throughout our presentation that I'll share with you today, and it's called the old way and new way differences. So looking at that first step 1, to ensure proper protection in the event of death or a critical or chronic illness. The old way historically that we were all taught is that life insurance that only paid in the event of death. Often we reference and say that life insurance should be called death insurance because up until recently, that was the only time that there was any benefit to it. But that's not how it is anymore. Things have changed dramatically. Sweeping changes in our industry. The new way is life insurance with living benefits, where you can access up to 90% of the death benefit while you are still alive if you have certain chronic and critical illnesses, such as cancer, stroke, or heart attack, or terminal illnesses and or a disability. And while you're not going to retire tomorrow, you could possibly die or be diagnosed with a chronic or critical illness tomorrow, which makes life insurance with living benefits a critical part of the foundation of a sound financial plan. Key old way and new way differences as we continue on this theme and look at living benefits. I think living benefits are one of the most important points that you're going to hear us discuss today. I'd write that down on a sheet of paper and circle it in big letters, living benefits. Living benefits cover you in the event of certain chronic and critical illnesses such as cancer, stroke, or heart attack, or terminal illnesses and or disability. Every 34 seconds, someone in the United States has a heart attack. Every 40 seconds, someone has a stroke. And 1 in 2 people will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime. Just think about that for a second. 1 in 2 people will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime. The good news is, though, is that the chance of survival is great. 60% of people that have a heart attack will survive, 70% of those that have a stroke, and those that have cancer, success rates are very high as well because of the evolution of medicine. So have you ever known someone that's had a heart attack, stroke, or cancer that has lived? We all do. Most of us know multiple people that have. The expenses of the illness can create a huge financial burden. As a matter of fact, 60% of all bankruptcies in the United States are due to illness, even though 80% of those people had health insurance. So let's look at living benefits and really dig into that, because living benefits is critical. If you only walked away from one thing from this overview of our company today, I hope it's the power of living benefits. And they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. If you look at the old way, if someone had a chronic illness, critical illness, terminal illness, there's no financial relief or benefit to the family, only in the event of death. But look at the new way. If they have a chronic illness, critical illness, terminal illness, or death, there are benefits, financial relief to the family. Less than 1% of people in the United States have living benefits. What do you think these people would do if they found out they could get a new way life insurance program with living benefits for the same money or just a little bit more than what they are currently paying for an old way plan? Obviously, they would choose to make a change if they knew that was out there. And that's the mission of what we do, is to educate families, teach families how money works to help them make intelligent financial choices. Moving forward, looking at the old way and new way difference when it comes to planning for retirement. Saving for retirement using safe money strategies to maximize retirement, where our focus is to minimize risk with the most tax advantages possible. If you look at the old way, maybe the way that you're doing it currently now, or maybe the way our parents or grandparents did, you would put your money in places that are subject to losses from market risk, which can dramatically affect your retirement savings. The new way is to use newer, safe money products that take advantage of indexing, where your money can realize market gains with zero market risk to your principal or any earned interest. With the volatility of today's market, people are looking for safe places to put their hard-earned money that is not subject to market risk. Here's a fantastic picture that does an excellent job of showing people the difference. Many people sacrifice return for safety, and other people sacrifice safety for return. We've always heard you can't have your cake and eat it too, but that's not really a true statement when you look at the strategies that we implement for families across the country in this day and age. Indexing brings together the best of both worlds. Realize gains without ever taking a loss. Now, if you look at the orange line, this is a client that had $100,000 in 1997 in the market in large company stocks, utilizing strategies that most people use to this day, putting money in mutual funds, 401ks, etc. And you can see that their account climbed up to $2,000. Then you had the internet bubble that burst, and then you had a significant drop in their account value. And then over a period of years, from 2002 up to 2008, it worked its way back. And then what we have in 2008? The financial market collapse, and the mortgage market, and the real estate market meltdown. So you can see it's a constant state of going up and going back, going up and going back. Almost like a roller coaster, if you will. Look at the indexed account and the strategies that we use. You'll notice that each year you lock in your gains. You share in the gains, not all of the gains, but you don't share in any of the losses. So let me ask you, how much of your hard-earned retirement dollars are you comfortable losing? I was meeting with someone the other day, and they told me that they participated in their company's 401k plan, and I asked them why, and they said, well, everyone does it. And they just assume if everyone's doing it, then that must be the best thing to do, right? Well, maybe so, maybe not. People should be able to make decisions based off of informed information, not just because everyone else is doing it. So moving forward, talking about retirement. So saving for retirement using safe money strategies to maximize retirement, minimize risk with the most tax advantages possible. Let's look at the old way. People use tax qualified plans like IRAs, 401ks, 403bs, etc., where you get a deduction now, but you pay taxes when you take it out. So if you were a farmer, this is a scenario that we often use. And if you had a choice to pay taxes on the seed or on the harvest, what would you rather pay taxes on? Of course, you'd rather pay on the seed. The harvest has the potential to be significantly more. So let's look at the new way. One of the strategies that we teach families, of course, there's not a one-size-fits-all product or strategy for anyone. Every situation is different, but this is just meant to give you a sampling of what we do. Using the tax-favored status of a life insurance contract where you can get tax-free withdrawals at retirement and other key benefits. Since what you put into an investment is usually far less than what you potentially could take out, this could mean a serious financial difference to your family at retirement when you need the money the most. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think that taxes are going to go up or down in the future? Most people don't really realize this, but you can go back and study and find that we're in one of the lowest income tax brackets today that we've had in history. There's only been 3 times going all the way back to the Great Depression where the top marginal tax rate was less than today. Yet we read countless stories about how our national debt is growing at exponential paces. So the reality is that taxes will almost have to go up in the future. So wouldn't you much rather pay taxes now at a lesser amount than potentially have to pay dramatically more in the future? If you were going to get a mortgage and they told you that we can't tell you what interest rates are going to be in 25 or 30 years, then for sure you would not move forward with that mortgage because you have no idea what you're going to have to pay. Yet millions of people, that's exactly what they're doing in qualified plans. They just assume that that's the right way, but there is a better way. And that's what I want to share with you today. We've all heard the expression that what you don't know can't hurt you. And that's totally false. What we don't know financially could be financially devastating to our family. Here's a great example. You've got 2 35-year-olds, each contributing $400 a month. You'll see the old way on the left-hand side and the new way on the right-hand side. Now, for the sake of time, I won't get into all the details of this, but I want to give you just a good feel from a bird's eye view of the huge difference of what this will make. Now, we can do either one for a client. If they want to take the old way strategies and utilize those, they can. Or if they want to utilize the new approach and have a dramatically difference, they can do that. We have the ability to do either one for the client. On the left-hand side of the page, they're putting money in a 401k. And also they have a term insurance policy. We've all heard of the philosophy of buy term and invest the difference. And that's exactly what they've done. They have an old way term insurance with no living benefits and a 401k with matching of $100 a month. The other side, the new way, they buy an index universal life product with living benefits. So fast forward at an 8% rate of return, 30 years later at the age of 65, you can see on the left-hand side how much money they have in their 401k, and they have significantly less in the IUL. But keep in mind, on the new way side, they've already paid taxes on the seed. On the left-hand side, they have not paid taxes. Why? Because it was tax deferred. Now, we assume a hypothetical tax bracket of 25%, so they're going to have to take out more than what they want to live off of at retirement because they've got to pay taxes. Both sides want $67,000 a year at retirement, but because of the dramatic impact of taxes on the left-hand side, they will run out of money in 9.5 years at the age of 74. The money is gone. Let me ask you, do you know anyone that's lived past the age of 74? Do you plan to live past the age of 74? Obviously, we all know people in their 80s and 90s, etc. I met with someone the other day that has a family member that was 104. So they would have outlived that by almost 25, 30 years. Look on the right-hand side. The money doesn't run out in 9.5 years. The money, that income stream would be paid for 35 years. In addition to that, they will have a tax-free death benefit to their family of over $1.95 million, whereas that term policy on the left-hand side had run out at 30 years, so no legacy to their family. So let me ask you, which would you prefer, the old way or the new way? The new way made a 7-figure difference for the same amount of money. Now, when you follow up with the person that gave you this video, they can get into a lot more details about how this strategy works. I just wanted to give you a snapshot so you could see the power of this. So let's transition, and if we could, I just want to spend a couple of minutes as we wrap up on talking about the potential of this business revolution. There's 3 crusades in our company that we are deeply passionate about. And number 1 is entrepreneurship, to teach families that you do not have to compromise your goals and dreams for a paycheck. that you can own your own business and you can do something not where you just make an income, but where you truly make a difference. Our second crusade is living benefits. I'm sure you already see every family needs living benefits. And our third crusade is a safe, secure retirement for every family in America. Those three crusades, there's a huge need to educate families about that. And that's the potential. A tremendous need today for every family in America to have their plans reviewed, to see if they have old products or new products. And we're in an industry that's shrinking every year. And there's a desperate need for distribution to get the word out to the largest market today, which is middle America. This equals a huge opportunity for people from all walks of life to take advantage of this special moment. I've been in the industry over 20 years. I have never, ever seen a time where the opportunity was as significant as it is today. We offer you the chance to benefit financially from this perfect storm of opportunity. In the past, continuing with this old way, new way theme, if someone wanted to earn a second income, they got a part-time job, maybe they started a business or they bought a franchise, but there's challenges and pitfalls to each of those. The new way, and it's a huge trend that's taking place in our country, we see it every day all across the country, is build an SFP business. There's no risk. It's a proven opportunity. It's a turnkey system. There's no experience necessary. You heard me mention that at the beginning of our overview. We've got people from all walks of life. And the exciting thing is that most of them have absolutely no background whatsoever in our industry. They've never been in sales or they have no background in financial services. But we have a proven turnkey system where if you're coachable, you can succeed. No experience necessary, low startup cost. To get started in our industry, it's just a few $100s. You don't pay that all at once. It's a process. We're in the financial industry. Obviously, there's some classes that you take, but it's a very simple process. We even have a reimbursement program that once you complete that, where we'll refund the cost that you incurred in that process. You've got mentors to help you learn. You don't have to quit your current job or business. We're expanding nationwide. There's huge market potential, and you can make money helping others. We believe you can have everything in life you want if you'll help enough other people get what they want. So let's just look briefly at our compensation plan. We've got what's called a hybrid compensation model. Also, some people refer to it as shared revenue, okay? And it's one that's used often in the traditional real estate industry, but we have made a few significant improvements. In real estate, you have brokers and agents who work in a real estate brokerage. The broker makes an override on each transaction that's made by his or her agents in that brokerage. The problem with the real estate model is that the best agents will one day leave to become a broker as well. So the broker loses that volume and they're basically training their future competition. With SFP, you can become a broker or what we would call a field vice president, and you've got the opportunity to build other field vice presidents with the same contract level that you have, so there's no advantage for them to leave. Here you can build a business with unlimited potential where everyone wins. Let me just give you a couple of examples as we wrap up of SFP and a part-time income opportunity. The product that we had referenced earlier in the old way, new way scenario, indexed universal life, nationwide, an average client for us will contribute around $300 a month. And it's not that they've got $300 a month of extra income. What we really do is teach people how to refinance their finances. Maybe they would reallocate that from another financial strategy that they might be contributing that money to because they've seen the benefits of what we've taught them. Let's say that you're working on a very part-time basis, 6, 8, 10, 12 hours a week in conjunction with your full-time job, and you go out and you help 4 families a month working by yourself that would contribute $200 a month to this strategy. So just you working at an entry-level position in our company helping 4 families per month that would contribute $200 a month would generate a monthly income for you of $3,840 a month, over $46,000 a year. I know we have a lot of school teachers that work in our company, along with a host of other professions, but for a lot of them, they'll look at that and they realize that's as much or almost as much or even more possibly than they earn on their full-time job. but this is part-time. I know often they think this looks too good to be true. We just encourage you to do your homework and let the facts speak for themselves. Now, let's say that you want to evolve and grow to the next step in our company. You aspire to move into a management role with our company. Here's what that would look like with our hybrid compensation model. So you still help 4 families a month. You're not required to do that. You could help 1, you could help 10. It's totally up to you. But let's say you help 4 families a month that contribute $200 a month to the Index Universal Life strategy. But in addition to that, with our system, the Synergy Format System, we're going to work with you very hands-on with a mentor to help you build a small marketing team of just 5 people in your respective area that would each help 2 families a month. Just you having a small marketing team of 5 people helping 2 families a month would generate a monthly income of $10,560 per month. Once again, when you have your follow-up appointment with the person that forwarded you this overview, they can get into details so you can get all of your questions answered. That's an income annually of $126,720 a year, all from a relatively small team. Let's look at one final example as we wrap up. So let's say that you aspire, you want to build something more than just having a small marketing team and a local branch office in your city. You want to expand into other cities or other states or across the country. Here's what that looks like through our shared revenue and our hybrid compensation model. You helping 4 families a month personally. Once again, you don't have to do that. You can do more, you can do less, etc. And then you've got 5 people that you manage and that you support. And we're going to work with each of them to, in essence, build satellite offices. So they have the exact same opportunity that you do. And that's what's going to cause someone to not stay and build a business. The minute you realize that you don't have the same opportunity that your boss does, then you realize that you're limited and you start to look in different directions. So that's why we built our company the way that we did, because there is no ceiling. There is no reason to look elsewhere. So you're going to provide overlapping leadership, and we're going to go out and work with each of your 5 people to help them open up their own satellite, their own branch office with SFP. Each of them helping 2 families a month and you helping 4. That would generate a monthly income of $34,560, over $414,000 a year. I know for most people, they look at that and they think that's impossible, but I just want to make sure that you're not comparing apples to oranges. What you've earned historically, is not necessarily what you have to earn going forward. We can learn from the past, but I say let's not live in the past. But those are just a few examples for you. Now, you can design your future with SFP. One of the most appealing aspects of the SFP business is the ability for you to build a business in the way that best serves the lifestyle that you desire. Here you can build your business in 3 different ways. Either number 1, private, sitting with someone one-on-one from across from the kitchen table or meeting at their business, whatever the case may be. Or you could do in a group environment. We've got satellite and branch offices across the country that you could plug into and grow your business and take advantage of the dynamics of a crowd. Or you can do your business virtually. More and more of what we do is done virtually. We have an amazing online university, a back office, whether you're in Atlanta, Georgia, or Anchorage, Alaska, you've got the tools and resources that you need to grow and build a business. So if you're a stay-at-home mom, you can work from home, and still be able to go drop your kids off at school or pick them up or take them to soccer practice. So you don't have to build, your life around your business. Build your business around your life. SFP is the only company in this market space that offers all 3 options. It's the new way to build an exciting and profitable business to fit your lifestyle. So how can you make an immediate positive impact on your family's future? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, your family. You can take that next step by setting up a follow-up appointment with us in the next 24 to 48 hours to take full advantage of this business revolution and build a business with the opportunity to earn significant income, helping families replace the old with the new. It really is that simple. Worst case, get your own plans reviewed immediately. to review the full potential of these new way strategies so that you can build true financial peace of mind for your family. You know, at the end of the day, no matter who you are, where you are, what you do, you work hard for the money that you earn. You want to make sure that your money works as hard for you as you did for it. So I challenge you, timing, we've always heard timing is everything, but it's really not. You know, number one, you need to be in the right place at the right time. But number two, you've got to recognize that you're there. And number three, you got to be willing to do something about it. Otherwise, it's just another missed opportunity in your life. So don't delay. There is nothing more expensive than a missed opportunity. Thank you for joining us today, and I look forward to an opportunity, hopefully to meet you face to face in the very near future. Have a great day.